This is what it looks like at the end of the journey. Me, I'm at the beginning of my journey. I've only had my car washes for 2 years. G'day viewers, Chris Atkins here. I'm in Arizona, back again. I love Arizona. It's currently about 110 degrees, so it's super hot. I'm not sure why my hair looks gray. I didn't dye it or anything, and it hasn't really changed color. It must be the Arizona light in. But yeah, I'm actually on my way to Danny D'Angelo's house. If you've watched my previous videos, you would have heard me talk about Danny and how he's the king of laundry, and he's done laundromats for 15, 16 years. And we're gonna collab. I'm gonna head to his house, and we're gonna try and stay out of some trouble. We probably will get into some trouble, so let's head to Danny's house and see what he's got cooking for us. Now, for the past few months, me and Danny have been texting back and forth, but we've never actually spoken on the phone, let alone meet. So it was nice for him to invite me to his house, check out his beautiful compound, and we did a YouTube video together basically talking about his business laundromats and my business car washes. So here's a little snippet.
Welcome. This has been a long time coming. I first found, well, for Chris's channel, I am Danny D'Angelo, Cave Creek, Arizona, 51 years old, have, after 6 years in the world's finest Navy, really realized that it was time to start owning companies. I had some jobs, which stands for just over broke.
So now you may know a little more about Danny. Basically, he was in laundromats. He was the king of laundry, and he owned many stores. And this is how he pretty much built his fortune, through laundromats, cash businesses, passive income businesses. So this is kind of at the tail end of his career, you might want to say. I mean, he will never be the guy that lays down to retire. He will always be working, as I probably will. But this is what it looks like at the end of the journey. Me, I'm at the beginning of my journey. I've only had my car washes for 2 years, but I've been in the business for 5, having worked in them previously. So it was good to kind of see me in the future somewhat. I mean, obviously I hope to surpass him, but this was a good reminder to see exactly what these type of businesses can bring us in life if it's done the right way. Laundromats for him, car washes for me, both cash businesses, and it just goes to show if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen.
What did you, so you're doing basically the same thing with car washes in LA. So how does it work? What's the inception of it? Explain.
You get out, you drive around these streets, you scout car washes. Obviously, I like to find them completely run down, even, or shut down. And then all I do is contact the landlord who owns the land, and, whether that's putting a note under the door or going to the city, trying to get the phone number, and then contacting them and trying to make a deal. Hey man, you've got this closed down car wash. It's been sitting there for 5 years. Let me give you a rent check and give me the car wash for 20 years. You sign a 20-year lease, and then you renovate it, bring it up to par. For example, my first one on Main Street, it was shut down for 5 years. I contacted the landlord, and he was kind of looking for a tenant, so it was kind of a win-win. So it was pretty cool to actually visit his house, and he went around and gave me the grand tour and explained to me, he pretty much designed this house from scratch the way he wanted. And it was amazing, from the pool to the chickens you see here. I mean, free eggs, right? Eggs are twice as much as they were a couple of years ago, so who wouldn't want free eggs? But again, it's just a beautiful house, and it's in Arizona. It's north of Scottsdale. And, if you pick this house up and moved it to California, like the Santa Monica area where I live, it would be at least a $10, $15 million house. And I can see why Arizona is so appealing and why so many people are moving there.
Enough about us. I bought a laundromat. I always did well with the businesses that I owned. And almost 20 years ago, I went out and made the mistake of purchasing a laundromat. I spent $250,000 on this business and would figure out in every way that I was wrong. I should not have purchased that business.
And so you just heard Danny about a little bit of how he approaches laundromats. It's pretty much the same as I approach car washes. He does not buy laundromats. As you just heard him state,
He bought one many years ago when he first started for $250,000, and he very quickly realized that he was buying someone else's failure. And he promised to himself that he would never do that again.
Howdy.
Hi, buddy. Sadly, Chris can't really hear you because you're in my ear, but I can relay that.
What if I get close?
He said howdy. Where are you at? What are you doing?
G'day.
I am headed to my laundromat to go dump more quarters in the machine because I incidentally have not installed the new change machine yet. So
are you? Why? Why haven't you installed the new change machine yet?
I was going to wait for you to come and so we can unveil it.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, it's pretty insane being in this underground vault that Danny has, which he built from scratch. He's got so much gold and silver bullion there. You can just see the amount of weapons he has on the walls. And I mean, coming from Australia where guns were illegal, I had never seen anything like this in my life. So it was kind of cool. And actually later on in this video, in a couple of minutes, we're going to take him out to the range and we're going to test a few of the guns. You know, I've only gone shooting once in my life, so this will be the second time. So just another experience to tick off the bucket list. And of course, he's got the, I guess it's a Dodge War. Very cool stuff. So let's put it to the test.
Scouting existing laundries. Here's the whole secret of how free laundromat works. Scout the stores, reach out to the landlord, not the operator trying to sell the business or failing miserably. I've got 700 YouTube videos on my channel. Sign a long-term lease, then retool the store using other people's money. That's it. There's a lot more to it. Of course, I have a course these days. I'm not here to sell you that. That's not the purpose of this. This is really getting to know what I hope to be a good friend.
Intense.
30 rounds.
It's freaking powerful. No, I don't want one.
Yeah, he gave me the book Rich Dad Poor Dad at the age of 15, and that just completely changed my mindset about money. You know, it made me not want a job. It made me want to think about what assets to buy, and the whole Rich Dad philosophy is, you know, what I'm about now, looking for assets that produce cash flow and income that you don't really need to work that much for it. So, you know, you go online and you start searching, you know, what's a good business, you know, what's a good passive income producing business. I'm sure we've all Googled that at some point in our life. And I did come across Danny D'Angelo at that time. He had the DVD, Cleaning Up in Laundromats. And being in Australia, I ordered it and he shipped it to me. So I think I was 17 at the time. And I watched it, you know, many times for many years. And the fact that I wanted to get out of Australia and move to America is kind of what took me from taking action on his advice, because if I got a laundromat in Australia, then I would be there and I would live the Australian life and that kind of stuff. So I didn't want anything to tie me to Australia. I wanted to pack my bags and move to America, where I believe there's a lot more opportunity. And you know, for my viewers who know, I got signed with the WWE as a wrestler. And
what?
Yeah.
Here we go. We don't give a shit.
Look at the size of the size of the prawns. Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
That's some big prawns.
You look a little peaked.
I need to eat, yeah. How is it?
Yeah.
Divine?
Yeah.
Well, guys, Chris Car Wash Chronicles, Mr. Atkins, good friend. Thanks for being here.
Thank you,
Follow
kind sir.
him on all the socials. We'll follow up with all the other stuff and things. And I'm going to talk Chris into making a course and allowing you to share in his knowledge. He doesn't have one now, but as it stands, I'm really, really empowered by the fact that this gentleman who was halfway around the world where the toilets flush the opposite way was able to learn and cull some information from me. And it really means, I didn't even know till I met him today that he had done that at 17 years old. So it's kooky. Some of the things that I think had probably filtered through over the years and some of the ways that he runs his business. So means the world to me.
Well, guys, there you have it. That's my trip to Arizona and visiting Danny. He was kind enough to let me into his house, and we did a good collaboration together. Shot some of his toys, and then we had a nice, delicious dinner together. So it was a great experience, and I think he's coming out to LA very soon. So we will do another collab. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Chris Atkins with the Car Wash Chronicles. Hasta luego.